Hi and good morning, everyone. My name is Kendy, and I will be your teacher for the next 2 hours here on verbling.com. This class, these next 2 classes, will be for upper intermediate or advanced learners who wish to increase their vocabulary and get practice speaking. It will be a reading class. I'll post the link to the article in just a moment so you can open up the article and follow along. But if you do not have the link, it's okay. I will share my screen and you can follow along through there. If you have a ticket or a reservation, you can get in right now. Otherwise, the class will open up in just a few moments. So I will give you some time to get into the class. If you are not sitting in the class, it's okay. You can still participate through Verbling chat. You can write your questions down or your comments and we will read them as we go along. Make sure you have your headphones, and when you join the class, if you are in the class in the Google Hangout, you keep verbling.com closed. So I'm going to post the link to the article right now here in the Verbling chat. So if you guys are watching, you can follow along on your own, whether or not you are in the class. Good morning, Juan. How are you?
Hi, very good. And you?
Great, thank you. Except I don't think it's morning where you are. What time is it where you are?
No, it's 11:04 p.m.
It's 11:04 p.m. Okay. Well, welcome to the class. I posted the link to the article in the Verbling chat. So you can go ahead and, do you see the link that I posted? Juan, do you see the link that I posted?
Yes.
Okay. Is it opening up? It should be a BBC article.
Yes, science, the human body and mind.
Yes.
Seeking
yes.
perfection.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Good, good, good. All right, Mauricio, hi. How are you?
Hi, fine. Thanks for asking. And you?
I'm wonderful. Thanks for asking also. Did you get the article that I linked in the Verbling chat?
Yes.
Okay, good. So for everyone that just joined, we're going to be reading through an article. This is a little bit of an advanced article. So you'll be learning some new phrases and vocabulary, and we will, of course, have a discussion about it. Let's say hi to everyone. And the link is in the Verbling chat. Please tell me if you cannot open it or if you don't have it. But if you cannot open it, it's okay. I will put it on my screen so you can see it right here. Hi, Luis.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine. What about you?
Great, thank you. Where are you right now?
I'm at home.
Where is your home? Where are you from?
I'm from El Salvador in Central America.
Salvador. Excellent, cool. Thanks for being here. It's nice to meet you.
Okay, thank you.
And Kenneth, welcome to class. Kenneth? Are you there? Okay. Kenneth, I don't know if your microphone is working or not, but I can't hear you. Anyway, welcome to class. Thank you for being with us. And Felipe, hi. Felipe! Okay, I don't think your microphone is working either. Hopefully you can hear me. And anyway, welcome to class. Thanks everyone for being here. I know you guys are all busy and have important lives. Okay, so everyone open up the link or not. I'm going to share it right here. Would anyone, okay, so what we're talking about today is perfectionism. What is perfectionism? Have you heard this word before?
It's when you want to do the things very good.
Yes, it's when you want to do things very well. Exactly. Do you guys consider yourselves to be perfectionists?
Yes.
Perfectionists. Yes, why?
Because I think everything too much, and I'm very hard on myself if I don't accomplish it the correct way.
Yes, you think about everything so much. You're always thinking about things. Yeah, and you're hard on yourselves. Good. What about the rest of you? Do you guys, Mauricio, Luis, Kenneth, do you think you guys are perfectionists?
Yes, I think I'm perfectionist because when you are going to do something, you have to do the things well. Yeah, you can
Yep,
understand what say you. Yes, I think so.
you think you are. Okay, good. Thank you. Luis, Kenneth?
No, I don't consider myself as a perfectionist person, but obviously I like to do the things very well. But I'm aware that you cannot do everything perfect.
Okay,
So
so maybe sometimes or maybe a little bit, but not, you are not obsessive over it.
yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Okay, good. And Kenneth? I don't know if Kenneth's microphone is, Kenneth, your microphone might be on mute or the sound settings on your computer might not work. Not really sure. But Kenneth, if you want, you can type in your responses on Verbling chat. So, I don't know. Felipe, did you get your sound working? All right. Well, feel free to say hello. Let's go through this article. Does anyone want to volunteer to read first? Can you guys see my screen? All right. Can you guys see my screen? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay. All right. Who would like, so let's go through and read this article here on BBC. Seeking Perfection. Okay. So who would like to read first?
I
Let's
do.
go with one. Oh, who said I do? I can't see you guys.
It was me, Luis.
Luis, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. So go ahead.
Nobody's perfect. Perfectionists are people who strive to meet very high standards in everything they do, be it in the workplace, in sport, cooking, or DIY. As with all personality traits, there are different degrees of perfectionism. Perfectionists can be lumped into two categories based on how flexible they are about their standards. Normal.
Perfect. Thank you. Oh, sorry. I just want to stop you there. That was really, really great. You have really good pronunciation. Um, this word, lumped,
Lumped.
lumped, yeah. So I know it's difficult with the ed ending. Sometimes you pronounce it, sometimes you don't. I totally understand. So this word is just lumped. Did you understand every word that was read? Did everyone else understand every word here?
I don't know what lumped means.
Okay, so lumped. Anyone? Perfectionists can be lumped into two categories based on how flexible they are about their standards. Perfectionists can be lumped into two categories based on how flexible they are about their standards. Any guesses?
I know what it means, but I'm not sure if it means the same thing in English.
Okay, so what does it mean?
Agrupados, it's like a bunch of people in a group.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
No
Let me
people, but
Yeah, let me
things.
enter. So a lump can be like I don't know, I'm gathering all these things together. Imagine I'm gathering these perfectionists and I'm making two lumps, like two little mountains, like this group of people and this group of people. Yeah. Does that make sense
Yeah.
to you guys? You got it. You totally have the right meaning. Does that make sense to everyone else, or is somebody confused still? And it's okay. Speak up. Does this make sense to everyone? Yes or no? Are
Yes.
you here with me? Okay. Okay, good. All right. So yeah, lumped into two categories. It also mentions DIY. Do you guys know what this means? DIY?
Yeah, it
Do,
means do it yourself.
You guys are so good. You're so advanced. I'm really impressed. Okay, excellent. So, okay, perfectionist. So, in like one sentence, what can you say about perfectionists to summarize this article? Louis.
Sorry, I cannot hear you. There is a background noise.
Oh, is everyone hearing a background noise?
Yes, I can.
No, I can't. Hi, how are you all?
I wonder. I don't know. Hello, did somebody new join?
Yes, yes.
Oh, hey, Ahmed, how's it going?
Fine, how are you?
Good, good. Long time no see.
Yes, yes. Because your class was in the in the morning according to my time.
Oh. Why
Yes.
didn't you wake up early?
Because I sleep at 2 a.m. and it's harder to wake up early.
You don't have to explain. It's okay. All right. Well, thanks for being here. It's nice to see you again. I
Yes,
posted
nice.
a link to this article in Verbling chat. Can you see the link? We are going through an
Yeah,
article.
yeah, I opened.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So Louise, can you summarize what you just read in like a sentence?
We're gonna talk about people who always want to do everything very well, and it says there that there are two categories and degrees of perfectionism based on what they expect from other people, I guess.
Super, super. Okay, cool. Who wants to continue for this paragraph right here? Any volunteers? Or
Me?
go? Okay. Who said me? I'm not looking at the names.
Me. Me.
Mauricio. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Normal perfectionists set high standards for themselves but drop their standards if the situation requires it. Neurotic
Requires it. Good. Requires
requires.
it. Yeah.
Neurotic perfectionists never feel that they have done their job well enough. They are very intolerant of mistakes and extremely self-critical.
Good. Thank you. Excellent. Good job. Anyone, are there any words in here that you guys don't understand? Normal perfectionists set high standards for themselves but drop their standards if the situation requires it. Neurotic perfectionists never feel that they have done their job well enough. They are very intolerant of mistakes and extremely self-critical. What is this word intolerant?
That they cannot stand with the situation.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Perfect. Okay. Who would like to read the next paragraph?
No?
Okay, who said me?
Felipe, me.
Felipe, thank you. Go ahead.
Risk of illness. Um, Normal perfectionists are often high achievers in life. Perfectionist is usually a good trait whether you are a banker, athlete, artist, actor, or builder, because it makes you good at what you do. For example, many professional athletes scores highly on perfectionism.
Excellent. Thank you. You guys are doing such a good job. Okay, good. So, okay, question. Any words that you guys don't understand here? All right. Perfectionism is usually a good trait. What is a trait?
Good deed.
A characteristic.
Yes.
A characteristic, yes, in your personality. Okay. All right. And what does this mean? For example, many professional athletes score highly on perfectionism. Score highly on perfectionism.
That they made for themselves a top score to get when they do what they do.
Like when they're playing sports?
Yeah.
They do well. They do well in their sports.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Also, maybe doctors give the athletes or artists, maybe doctors give people exams, like mental exams, checkups, and personality profile. Have you guys ever taken personality quizzes or a personality test?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and at the end
Yes.
of the test, it tells you you are this, you are that, blah blah blah. Well,
Yes.
this is, I think, what they're talking about is they get tested on their personality traits, and they score highly in the area of perfectionism. So this is what this means. They score, because it is the same word, like you score a goal on the field, but also on a personality exam, they score highly on perfectionism. So they've done studies that certain types of professions, those people will show higher signs of perfectionism. Okay. Any questions on this article? All right, let's continue. Who would like to read the next part right here?
Maybe me.
Okay, is that Ahmed?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Uh, but neurotic perfectionists who
Criticize.
criticize themselves excessively, but themselves put themselves at risk of psychological and psychical disorder and physical disorder, including depression, alcoholism, social phobia, coronary heart disease, obsessive compulsive disorder, obsessive compulsive personality disorder, suicide, anorexia nervosa, writer's block.
Thank you. Good. Yeah. Okay, so we were talking about normal perfectionists, right? And they can function pretty well in life, and they usually have a creative or really successful careers. But then we have neurotic perfectionists. Those are the ones who are obsessed, who criticize themselves excessively. What is criticize?
Criticize judgment, self-judgment maybe, or
Okay, yeah,
judgment by others about something, about a specific thing.
that's good. Yeah, it can be judgment, but it can be from somebody else or from yourself. And this is to criticize is a verb, so it's like to actively judge someone and
Evaluation
maybe
someone also.
evaluate. Yes, evaluate is very neutral. Criticize has a negative connotation
Yes.
to it.
Yes.
When you put someone down, do you know this expression, put someone down?
Yes.
You're not good enough. This isn't okay. Blah blah blah. Excessively. Do they criticize themselves a little or a lot?
Extended.
A lot.
A lot, like too much. Okay? And they put themselves at risk from psychological and physical disorders. So here are some different disorders: depression, alcoholism, social phobia. Are there any disorders here that you guys do not recognize? Have you heard of OCD? Obsessive compulsive disorder? Yes? No?
Is when the persons are good and after are crazy.
When they act crazy, how do they act crazy?
He acted crazy about specific things. Maybe he washed his hand or her hand for many times a day, and he is maybe a holic about something in his life or her life.
Okay, yeah, this can be people that become either obsessed with something in their lives, a certain action, or they compulsively act. They act kind of without thinking, doing a behavior. Like, for example, maybe some people want to wash their hands 5 times, or if they go to open a door, they have to repeat it 10 times. Otherwise, they don't feel comfortable. So for short, we'll just say OCD. But this also has, other profiles as well. Do you guys recognize social phobia? Could you explain what social phobia is?
Yes, I can.
It's the
Social
fear to
phobia.
socialize with people.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Good. Anorexia nervosa.
Inability. It's anorexia nervosa. It's an ability to
It's when you think that you are
handle.
fat, but you're not.
Yes.
Sort of, yeah. Yeah, what happens with somebody that has anorexia nervosa?
They eat their meals, and they after maybe 1 hour they produce vomiting.
No,
Okay.
So
that's bulimia.
Yes, I think this is a bulimia. Anorexia
Anorexia
nervosa
is
is when
when
you have
they.
to eat to feel comfortable.
Yes, you guys are talking about bulimia and the difference between. So, what is the difference? So, Juan, you said that was bulimia. They were talking about what is the difference?
In anorexia, the person avoids food
Yeah,
totally,
exactly. They just
and
don't.
mhm. and I think they also go to extreme physical activity to
Mm-hmm.
reduce weight or prevent gaining weight.
Yeah, good, good. So, looking at the profile of somebody with anorexia nervosa, do you think that you can connect those behaviors with any one of these other disorders?
Yes, because it's a it's a way for looking perfectionism in the physical appearance, the outside physical appearance of and because beauty, physical beauty has been always a standard. Well, how could you say between um, I don't know how do you call columns in
Columns. Pillars?
no the column and the orthographic sign used to like the apostrophe, but that is a double apostrophe.
Oh, you're talking about punctuation. Quotation
Pun-
marks?
Quotation marks, yes.
Uh-huh.
In quotations, so that beauty is something that is necessary to be happy or achieve other things in life. So that's a way that the person manifests their perfectionism.
Yeah, good. Do you think that you can connect behaviors of people suffering from anorexia nervosa to obsessive compulsive behaviors?
Yes, because the person
Hmm.
incurs into repetitive um, rituals of avoiding food, making exercise, and obsessing with their looks, and not being never enough
Right. And
or
what if
satisfied.
exactly not being satisfied? Exactly. Exactly. What about linking it to depression?
Yeah, I think that you can connect it with social phobia too, because that kind of people don't consider themselves as good looking enough for other people, and obviously they get depressed about it, I guess.
Hmm. Yes, absolutely. And looking at alcoholism and anorexia nervosa, for example, um, do you think in a way you can connect this to suicide?
Yes, because
Yes.
you don't have esteem for yourself.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Good. So these two things, you are slowly killing yourself, right? You are harming your body in a very slow, prolonged way. Exactly. So all of these, I mean, are here for a reason. It's not to say that perfectionism can lead to, you know, uh, anorexia or just one of these, right? They're all kind of related, right? Maybe if you are obsessive compulsive, you are more likely to have these other disorders, or vice versa. You can say it about. So they're all a little bit connected. What about writer's block? What is writer's block? Writer's block. Have you guys heard this before?
It's a person who's always blogging, I guess.
Who's always what?
It's a person who's always writing blog.
What does that mean? I'm gonna unshare my screen. What does
Who's
that mean?
I don't know, maybe someone who's always posting something.
Who's always like breaking something?
No, I think he meant posting or writer in a blog.
Oh, I see. Like what do they call that? Micro blogging? Something where they are telling like people your friends, maybe you tell us everything you're doing that day, like we care. Kidding. But is that
I
what you're
think
talking about? Is this
Maybe they lose their ability to write again.
So stupid.
what?
Maybe they lose their ability to write again.
Yes. And that, okay, good. They maybe not again forever, right? But a block. When you have a block, like imagine your thoughts. Your thoughts are in a car driving on a road, and there is a roadblock, and your car cannot go. Your car cannot continue. Your thoughts cannot continue. There is a block in your mind, and so writer's block is when a writer. What is that? A creative job? Being a writer, or is it a very scientific like methodological job, or is it a creative job?
creative job.
Yeah, and so what your thoughts? What do your thoughts? What needs to happen?
You have to think a lot.
Yes, and you cannot have blocks, right? Otherwise, your flow of ideas cannot flow creatively. So if you have a block, it's like when a writer sits down with his notebook or her notebook or their computer and they got nothing. They are a creative person, but they don't know what to write. They don't know what to say. There is a block. Why do
They're
you think
stuck in a rut.
Yeah, exactly. They're stuck in a rut. So, how do you think perfectionism relates to writer's block? Why might perfectionism cause writer's block?
Well, because when you obsess with doing things perfect, and nothing is never enough of perfect, then It's like over revving an engine. Your mind just like in a way in a very unconscious way, your mind says, I'm not going to do it well, or I'm out of ideas. It's a way I think
Yeah,
part of that reaction.
Absolutely. Have you guys ever experienced a type of block like this? Does anyone work in a creative field where they've experienced a block?
Right now I have writers opened because I have received an email and I am writing.
So you have the opposite of a block.
Yeah.
You have
Yes.
a nice flow, we can say. You have a nice
Yes.
flow of ideas running
Flow of
through your
ideas.
brain.
Yes.
Yes, good. Okay, excellent. Any questions on, these disorders, or I don't know, any questions so far? In just a couple words, can you guys sum up the difference between normal perfectionists and neurotic perfectionists?
Normal perfectionism lets you be functional in life and not act like crazy. In the neurotic ones, you don't have peace of mind.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So since you guys are so advanced, maybe you can, instead of saying act crazy, because this can sound bad. It might not be the best thing, because somebody who is a neurotic perfectionist, or somebody with OCD, or I don't know, social phobia, they don't want to be called crazy, right? They're not crazy. They're suffering from something. So can say maybe neurotic perfectionists are obsessive, right? And normal perfectionists, they just really like to do things well. But yeah, they can be functional in life. Good. Leonard writes in the chat, it's all about fear. So Leonard, can you expand on this? What do you mean it's all about fear? Okay. Good. So let's continue. There are 6 dimensions of perfectionism. Okay, Dr. Randy. Oh, I haven't shared my screen, have I? Okay, let's do this. Okay, so you guys can see my screen? Yes? Can you guys?
Yes.
Okay, so there are 6 dimensions of perfectionism. Dr. Randy Frost of Smith College, Massachusetts, he's developed a 35-item questionnaire or scale designed to measure perfectionism. The scale recognizes 6 different dimensions of perfectionism. So who would like to read the first one? Mauricio, thank you.
Okay. Concern over mistakes. Perfectionists get more upset over mistakes than other people because they are scared that others will think badly of them. As a result, perfectionists are less likely to seek help in rectifying errors and have a stronger urge to cover up mistakes. Excessive concerns over mistakes can put people at risk of phobias and mood disorders.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay, so rectifying. What does this mean? What do you think this means?
Amend the problem.
Yes.
It's like to try to see if the things are good or as bad.
Okay, to try to see if they're bad and then do what? As a result, perfectionists are less likely to seek help in rectifying errors.
won't accept help because they have to do it all by themselves.
Okay, yeah, that's true. And so to rectify an error, what do you think this means exactly?
It means that they check it and they correct it themselves.
Yeah, they try to correct it. They try to fix it. And they have a stronger urge. Do you know this word, urge? They have a stronger urge to cover up mistakes. Have you heard this word before? Yes, no? Does anyone know what this word means?
Is like crabbing? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Calling. Okay,
Crabbing.
Discuss. Someone discuss something about argue.
Almost. Oh, okay. So an urge is like a feeling that you want to do something. I have the sudden urge to go outside. The sun is shining, and now I have the sudden urge to go outside. I want to go outside. I have this feeling that I want to go outside.
Also, I want to ask you about the pronunciation. We have the E rule that, like use, there is an E at the end of the word, but here we say urge, not urge. So it's
really
an exception of the E rule.
Yeah, that's a really good question because up here, look, we have scale, right? Scale, right, with the A. This is what you're talking about.
Yes, or like this is an E rule or something.
Urge. Yeah, I'm sure that there is an exact reason why, and I'm not. My guess is, here there's just one letter, consonant separating them, and here you have two. But let's just say, I cannot give you an exact answer. This is something I would have to look into detail, like why urge is urge.
Maybe like epinephrine and norepinephrine, there is E also in the end of these two words. But we say epinephrine and norepinephrine, not epinephrine and norepinephrine. Maybe.
Which word? Which word are you talking about?
Epinephrine. Epinephrine, it's a neurotransmitter.
Oh, this is why. Okay,
Yes.
This is Ahmed talking, right? I'm not looking.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but even here, excessive, not excessive.
Yes, also excessive, not excessive.
So, I don't know. I guess I can look this up in further detail, but I'm sorry, I cannot give you an exact answer.
Can you give us a class about the pronunciation about this topic?
Can I give you what?
Can you manage or prepare a class about pronunciation?
Oh, in a pronunciation class.
Yes, advanced class.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Thank you very much.
This is what we're doing right now too. So urge, yeah, that's a good question, and I don't know all the rules and laws of English, like every single one. So I would have to do some research on this. Thank you for asking, though. But I guess just memorize this. It just is because it is.
And also
urge. What is the meaning of life? I don't know. All right, there you go. Excessive concerns. I'm sure there's a thing. Now I'm obsessively thinking over this. Why, Ahmed? Now you've gotten me thinking obsessively about this. Have you guys heard of I don't know, like Grammar Girl?
Iru, yes.
Huh?
Iru.
She has all the answers. Okay. All right. So when you have an urge to do something, you usually have an urge to do something, and it's a strong feeling that you want to do something. Yeah? Can you use it in a sentence? This word urge, can you guys
I have
use
an
it?
urge to review my undergraduate subject.
Yes. Also, but urge is usually talking about in this moment, something that you can do in this moment.
In this moment, I have an urge to know why the urge pronounced like urge, not urge.
Yeah, me too now. Me too. I love when my students ask questions like this because it's true. Us English teachers, we know enough to teach and be able to explain general concepts. But of course, there are these small little rules that we never learn, number one, and number two, maybe some people never ask. So I love when people ask these really detailed questions because then it forces me to go, or it encourages me, motivates me to go look it up, and then I learn something new too. So yeah, Juan has an urge to not be so neurotically perfectionist. Okay. Good luck with that. Okay. All right. Good. Any other questions on this paragraph? No? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, next person who would like to read about personal standards.
Maybe me, if I can.
Okay.
Personal standards. Setting high standards that you feel compelled to meet, a common trait of normal and neurotic perfectionist. The setting of high personal standards is thought to contribute to the eating disorder anorexia nervosa.
Good. Thank you. Okay. So setting high standards that you feel compelled to meet. That you feel compelled to meet. What does this mean?
Like obligated.
Obligated. Okay. Obligated is you must do something. I am obligated to pay taxes. I am obligated to show up for my classes. I must do this whether I want to or not. And compelled is not only must do something, but you suddenly like want to. You must do it, and it's like you must do it, and you really want to. You really want to, and you must.
Highly recommended to do something.
What was that?
Highly recommended to do something.
Highly recommended to do something. I would say maybe highly motivated. Yeah, highly motivated to do something. I feel kind of like urge, right? You have an urge, but you feel compelled to. I have an urge to, like the sun, maybe it's rainy for many weeks, and then one day the sun comes out. I have an urge to go outside. I feel compelled to go outside. Like there is a force inside of me, and I can't control it, and I must do this because I really want to do this also, and I must. Yeah? So when you have high standards, you feel compelled to meet. Okay? So perfectionists set high standards for themselves, and they feel that they must meet them, and they feel like they want to meet them also, to meet these standards.
Like me, I will give you an example. I compelled to attend Kendy class today, even though, yes, even though I slept at 3 a.m.
Yes, you feel compelled to
Yes.
come to my class.
Motivated. Yes. Here I am motivated to attend your class.
Excellent, thank you. I felt compelled to have a class this early in the morning, yes. Mostly because it was the only time available for me. So.
No problem, take your time.
Okay, good. Okay, the setting of high personal standards is thought to contribute. Contribute.
To produce something, contribute.
To what?
To produce something, to share something, contribute.
Yes, like to be shared, exactly, to share something. To contribute. Can you say contribute?
Me?
Contribute.
Contribute. Yes.
Contribute, yeah. Excellent, good. Any words that you guys don't understand? I think you guys do understand. Good. I'm glad I decided to do an advanced class for you guys this morning. Okay. Parent expectations. And somebody who would like to read? Who has not read? What about Felipe? Where are you, Felipe? Are you still here? He's not here. Okay, what about Luis?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Parent expectations. Trying hard to live up to your parents' expectations of you is a common feature of perfectionism. This could be because they grow up in households where parents give their children love on condition that they meet their expectations. These children try to do everything perfectly to avoid being rejected by their parents.
Excellent. Thank you. Excellent. All right. On condition. They give their children love on condition that they meet their expectations. Have you heard this, expression before? On condition.
Yes.
So what is, in other words, right? In other words, what does this mean to give their children love on condition that they meet their expectations? In other words, how can we say this?
They're
Okay, one person and then the next.
Juan.
Oh, thank you. Do what I say or do what I say?
Do what I say or do what I say. You have two choices.
Maybe I will not give you my love if you don't do that thing. My love is associated with my obligation.
Yeah, exactly. Good. Okay, so if you don't meet these standards, let's say, then I'm not going to show you love. If you don't score well on your exam, I'm going to be mad at you, and I'm not going to show you that I love you. So, but if you do A, B, and C, okay, then I will show you that I love you, kind of, right? Okay, so the children develop perfectionism. Right, the next paragraph, who would like to read? Juan?
Parental criticism, seeking to appease your parents is often accompanied by the worry that your mother and father will criticize your achievements. As children, these people may have punished for making mistakes. Consequently, they also develop the sense that they will never meet their parents' high standards.
Okay, good. I think there might be some type. Thank you. There might be some typo. As children, these people may have punished, may have been punished. I think that there should be may have been punished for making mistakes. Okay. Seeking to appease. Is this a new word for anyone?
Yes, for me.
Okay. Based on this sentence, what do you think? What do you think it means? Seeking to appease your parents is often accompanied by the worry that, yeah, in other words, exactly, to please. Okay. To kind of like to please them and make them feel better, right? You do something basically for them, not necessarily for yourself. Okay. Maybe they have been punished for making mistakes. Consequently, as a result, they also develop the sense that they will never meet their parents' height standards. All right, good. Any questions about this? No? Okay, so we have two more. Who would like to read the last? Somebody for this one and somebody for the last one. Any volunteers? Kenneth, does your sound work? I don't think so. Okay, let's go to Ahmed. Why don't you read Doubting of Actions?
Yes, doubting of action, feeling uncertain when a job is finished is a common feature of perfectionism. As a result, these people are often reluctant to give up on tasks and sometimes need to be told to leave it alone now. Debating can also make perfectionists very indecisive.
Indecisive.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Thank you. Indecisive. Do you know this word?
Uncertain, maybe.
Yeah, it's uncertain, and it's like, so we can have decisive, right? Where it's easy for you to make a decision.
Yes.
You walk into a store, you see something you need, it's red and it's blue, and you're like, blue, okay, I'm on my way. Indecisive people, like me, go in like, red, blue, I don't know, man. I just the red's really cool, but the blue is also really cool. What do you think? Red or blue? I mean, I don't know. And then you take 10 minutes to decide if you want red or blue. Indecisive, right? This word, doubting. Doubting. The B
Yes,
is
doubting.
silent. Doubting.
Yes, doubting.
Doubting can also make perfectionists very indecisive. Okay. This word, reluctant. As a result, these people are often reluctant to give up on tasks and sometimes need to be told, just leave it alone for now. You can come back tomorrow. What is this word? Do you
That
guys
they
know?
that they refuse to give up.
Yeah. Refuse is when they actually refuse and say no. Reluctant is maybe they want to refuse, but or they don't want to refuse. They want to refuse giving up, basically. Sorry. Yeah, they want to refuse giving up, but they don't want to give up. Okay, someone's like, give up, and they're like, okay, but they don't want to. They feel very reluctant. They are doing an action, but okay, this is really bad because I'm going to go into another language right now. But we don't have this thing in Spanish. Ganas, I don't know, we don't have it in English, and it's the best way I can explain it. Like, if you are reluctant to do something, you just don't have the ganas to do something. You don't have this will to do something. That was horrible. I never go into another language. But do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you mean rehusar.
Huh? Mauricio?
No, I don't. I don't what I wasn't.
When you are, did you say, who said something? When you are reluctant to do something, is you do it even though you don't want to. So you want to refuse to do it, but you have to do it anyway. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. And Mauricio, can you read the last paragraph, please?
Sure. Organization. Perfectionists tend to be fussy and excited about whatever they do. They also have a preoccupation with making everything neat and tidy. This is not a direct cause of perfectionism, but does affect how perfectionists try to achieve their high standards.
Good. But does affect how perfectionists try to achieve their high standards. Yes. Thank you. That's good. Achieve.
Achieve.
Achieve. What's another word for achieve?
Score.
What was the other word?
Score.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Score. SORCE.
R-C.
I
Maybe
think he refers to the
accomplish.
score.
Oh, score. Okay, achieve a goal, score a goal. I can see that. Yeah, how perfectionists try to achieve their high standards. Yeah, they basically reach their high standards. Yeah, good. Okay, have you guys heard this word fussy?
No.
Someone is really fussy. Have you heard this word before? No?
Yeah, it means demanding, touchy, something like that.
Yeah, when someone is really fussy, they're not easy to please. Okay, they maybe are they might be complaining about a lot of things. They're not easily happy. Okay. Anyone? Neat and tidy. Neat and tidy. What is another word for tidy?
Mess.
Well organized.
Opposite.
Well
No.
organized.
Ordered.
Yeah, ordered.
Organized.
Yeah, in order, clean,
Yeah.
organized. Good. So do you guys, for those of you that said you might be a perfectionist, do you think you are a neurotic perfectionist or a normal perfectionist?
Maybe between.
In between?
Yes.
You're like a high grade normal perfectionist? I don't know what this means.
Maybe. Maybe.
Okay. Alright. Ahmed is in between. Juan, you said you were a perfectionist. Are you more toward the neurotic side or more of a normal perfectionist?
No, to normal perfectionist.
You are normal. Okay. Alright. What about Juan? You said you were a perfectionist. For real.
Yes. And sadly, I think I'm a neurotic perfectionist.
Okay. Why? What did you really connect with in this article?
With almost all the symptoms of described in the at the beginning.
Okay.
But yes, I do have a history of tending to be very to be perfect and not being satisfied with what I do, and having those feelings of failed accomplishment.
Hmm.
But I keep working on it.
Good. 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 What about you, Luis? Are you a perfectionist?
No, I'm not.
Oh no, no way, I don't care. Okay, that's good. That's good. Mauricio, do you think you are a perfectionist?
How can I say you? I think I'm normal perfectionist, but the perfectionists have an advantage and a disadvantage. The advantage can be that you are going to do the things well, but the disadvantage is the perfect. If you are maybe neurotic perfectionist, you maybe can be wrong sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's, do you think it would be easy to live the life of a perfectionist? To put
Yes.
yourself in Juan's shoes? Do you think that would be easy to go through life like that? Or do you think it's a little more difficult?
I think this is a bit weird. This is more easy.
Do you think it's easier to be a perfectionist?
It depends about you.
Depends on you.
Sometimes,
Okay.
and the situation sometimes can be difficult, sometimes can be easier.
Yeah. Okay. Juan, do you think that it's easy to be a perfectionist?
No.
No. I also think it might be a little difficult. Okay, good. Any last minute questions, comments?
Are you perfectionist?
I think I used to be, and then I had to give up.
You gave up and you are stuck in a rut.
Yeah, I definitely used to be, for sure. But then you realize that it's very difficult, and you have to let go. All right. Okay, so I have a discussion. This was more of a reading class, vocabulary, advanced. You know what? All of you, I applaud all of you. I was thoroughly impressed with your level of speaking and pronunciation and comprehension today. You just made me so happy. You guys are so great. So the next class will be more of a discussion, more of an open discussion about this topic. You are more than welcome to join, of course. If not, I hope you have a wonderful night, afternoon, morning, wherever it is that you are. And thank you, as always, for joining this class. I had a good time. Thank you so much. See you guys.
Goodbye. See ya.